Hello, everybody. This is Andrew from Four Corners English. Today, we will continue our series of videos that will help you start a writing habit in English. Writing is a way to practice producing English without the pressure of speaking in a conversation. You can take your time to choose vocabulary, choose the right forms of grammar, and learn to form meaningful sentences. In this way, you can support your understanding of English and your ability to speak English by taking your time to practice production. By writing daily, you improve your understanding of English and your ability to produce the language. So, thank you for joining me in today's lesson. Have you already started your writing journal? If so, maybe you want some more daily prompt ideas. Well, we have some for you at Four Corners English. Click the link in the description for 100 daily writing prompts. If you're already building your habit of daily writing, here is more than 3 months worth of prompts for you to use. Today's prompt is, what is your favorite food? When I think about the foods that I love to eat, I think about foods in several different ways. For example, I think of the three traditional meals of the day: breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or supper. The word meal typically refers to a time or an occasion when food is eaten, especially a prepared dish or dishes eaten together with others. It can also refer to the food consumed during such an occasion. Meals can vary widely in terms of formality, content, and cultural significance. They can range from quick bites to elaborate multi course feasts. Meals often serve not only as a means of nourishment, but also as social events, providing opportunities for bonding, conversation, and cultural exchange. The specific meaning of meal may vary depending on context or on cultural norms. Breakfast is the morning meal, lunch is the meal at midday, and dinner or supper is the evening meal. The words dinner and supper both refer to meals, and the usage of each word can vary depending on the culture. Generally, dinner is used for the largest meal of the day. Supper is always the evening meal, and it can be a meal that's smaller. Again, this may depend on the culture in which the word is used. If you hear the word dinner or supper, it usually means the main meal of the day, which in the United States is often the evening meal. Here are some visuals to help you understand these two words. Dinner is traditionally the largest meal of the day and is often eaten in the evening. It can vary in formality, ranging from casual family dinners to formal dinners, parties, or events. In many Western cultures, dinner is often used interchangeably with the evening meal, regardless of its formality. But in some cultures, particularly in urban areas or among working professionals, dinner might be the meal eaten after the workday, typically around 6 to 8 p.m. in the United States. Then the word supper. Supper traditionally refers to a lighter evening meal, often eaten later than dinner, typically after dusk. It can be less formal than dinner and may consist of simpler fare. Historically, supper was associated with rural or farming communities where it was eaten after returning from the fields or completing evening chores. In some regions or families, supper is interchangeable with the word dinner, and in some regions or cultures, dinner simply refers to the largest meal of the day, which could be at midday. Sometimes when I think of my favorite foods, I actually think about snacks. What do I mean when I say snack? A snack is a small amount of food that's eaten between regular meals. Snacks are typically consumed to satisfy hunger or cravings between breakfast and lunch and dinner, but they can also serve as a quick energy boost. Snacks are generally smaller in portion size compared to meals and are often chosen for their convenience and ease of consumption. Snacks can vary widely in form and content, from fruits, vegetables, nuts, and yogurt to more processed food like cookies, crackers, and chocolate. They can be sweet or savory, or a combination of both, depending on the taste of the eater. Snacks can be consumed at any time of day, like I mentioned before, between meals or whenever the craving comes. While snacks are often associated with indulgence or unhealthy eating, they can be nutritious and part of a balanced diet. Nutritious foods like fruits, vegetables, nuts, high protein snacks can be beneficial to maintain your energy levels throughout the day. In summary, a snack refers to a small amount of food eaten in between meals throughout the day. Now, let's look at my response. What are my favorite foods? When writing this response, I thought about my favorite breakfast foods, my favorite meals, and my favorite snacks. I am writing about all of these things to give you a good model of English writing in this response. But remember, you write as much as you'd like, even if it's only one sentence, even if you only write for 2 minutes. Forming your writing habit is what's important. Write what you're comfortable writing. Even writing for a couple of minutes a day can improve your English. Now to my response. One of my favorite foods to eat for breakfast is blueberries. I love blueberries and I eat them almost every morning. I usually put a few berries in my oatmeal. On special occasions, I may have a blueberry muffin or blueberry pancakes. I also enjoy just eating a dish of blueberries all by themselves. Next, my favorite meal is difficult to choose because I love so many different foods with different flavors. However, one of my favorite ingredients is shrimp. I love shrimp tacos, fried shrimp, or a fresh salad with shrimp. I love the flavor and variety of preparations that are possible with shrimp. Finally, one of my favorite snack foods is nuts. I like several different types of nuts. For example, I like to eat cashews after I get home from work. Just a handful of cashews can satisfy my craving and keep me happy until dinner. Now that you've read and listened to my response, it's time to practice pronunciation. For this next section, I want you to use the strategy of imitation. Read and listen to my sentences again, and then repeat them, imitating my pronunciation, my accent, and my phrasing. This will help your speaking in English. Note the way I blend the words together. This will help your English speaking sound more natural. You may need to pause the video between each sentence. One of my favorite foods to eat for breakfast is blueberries. I love blueberries and I eat them almost every morning. I usually put a few berries in my oatmeal. On special occasions, I may have a blueberry muffin or blueberry pancakes. I also enjoy just eating a dish of blueberries all by themselves. Next, my favorite meal is difficult to choose because I love so many different foods with different flavors. However, one of my favorite ingredients is shrimp. I love shrimp tacos, fried shrimp, or a fresh salad with shrimp. I love the flavor and the variety of preparations that are possible with shrimp. Finally, one of my favorite snack foods is nuts. I like several different types of nuts. For example, I like to eat cashews after I get home from work. Just a handful of cashews can satisfy my craving and keep me happy until dinner. Did you understand all the words I used in my response? Did you notice any verb tenses that you didn't understand? If so, go back through my response and note any new vocabulary or grammar points and search for the answers. If you can't find them, bring these questions to your English teacher for support. Now it's your turn to write. Answer this prompt. What is your favorite food? Remember, you can write as much or as little as you would like. Even writing a few sentences can help you form that daily writing habit. Writing daily in English can kickstart your English learning, support your ability to speak English, and understand the language. After you finish writing your response, consider memorizing this response. Practice speaking it out loud in front of a mirror, or share it with a friend or with your English teacher. I hope this video will help you add writing to your English learning routine. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like the video, share it with a friend who might need help in their writing in English, and subscribe to the channel so you'll be ready for the next episode. This is Andrew from Four Corners English, and remember, you can learn English.